This episode of Co-op is brought to you by Brutal Legend. Chat with Tim Schafer at E3 on June 2nd. Squarespace. And GoDaddy.
Alright, this is us loading up the van for E3. There we are. Everybody's grabbing stuff, throwing it in the van.
Dude, stop filming. Help load.
No, I gotta document this.
Look at all this shit.
Load the van.
Load the van. Where's the van? Stop. Turn off the camera. Stop filming.
Nope, sorry.
Most important thing. You guys ready for E3? I'm not.
So pack your bags and your shotgun too. We might run into zombies. We're always down for that co-op multiplayer action. We're always down. We're so down. We're so down. We're so down for co-op. We're so down for that co-op action.
So then and there, I vowed to be the first person to play Tim Schafer's Brutal Legend.
Aside from Tim Schafer.
And like all Double Fine.
Well, they don't really matter. I mean, who cares?
They kind of do.
Well, I hope they're playing the game. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
Anyway, I went to Double Fine. I figured it couldn't be that hard. I mean, Tim Schafer's a reasonable dude. I figured I'd just go down to Double Fine, explain my story, maybe buy him a beer or something, and everything would just work out. Hey, here to see Tim Schafer.
Do you have an appointment?
Oh, no, I'm Rob from Area 5. We do a show called Co-op. I'm pretty sure you might be expecting She was definitely not a fan of the show.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I know he's up there. So, you know what they say. If at first you don't succeed, try again. I got a important package for Tim Schafer. Very important, very personal. I gotta take it right on down the hall. Thank you very much. All right. Whoa. Oh God. Oh.
And again.
Got the large pepperoni pie for Mr. Tim Schafer. Got it hot. Should I bring it right on in?
And again.
Hey, I'm here to do my mocap. Ready for mocap. All right. This way, right?
My costume budget was running dangerously thin. That's when I got an idea.
I'd prove to these guys that I'm a real fan, the real deal, and possibly the inspiration for their main character. I'd become Eddie Riggs. I'm here to see Tim Schafer.
Gonna work?
Well, no, but
Obviously.
I got close. So I just broke down and friggin' pre-ordered at GameStop.
Oh, good choice. You get a free in-game guitar with that one. That's right.
Either way, I gotta wait till October 13th to play it like the rest of the friggin' chumps.
Whoa. What are you talking about, man? We're going to E3 in like 4 days.
Yeah, it's gonna be on the show floor there. It's gonna be playable.
Really?
Yeah, anybody there can play it.
Really? Yes!
Oh my God, yes!
That's fucking awesome!
Chat with Tim Schafer via Twitter on the first night of E3, June 2nd at 7 p.m. at e3.brutallegend.com. Pre-order the game from GameStop and your Eddie will have an Insano Tenacious D design guitar in-game. It's a new leveled up guitar with a unique voiceover from Jack and Kyle from the D, new sound effects, and more. And if you sign up for news at brutallegend.com, you'll have a chance to win a real-life Insano guitar custom modeled after the Tenacious D guitar from Alembic.
What have you been eating? I'm supposed to think you're a nun, but I know you're really some kind of big ugly demon, so let's have it. Aha! I knew it! Big ugly demon. Kinda sexy though, in a weird way.
Wow, I've been to a lot of press conferences in my day, but that was one of the better ones. Every single time a game came up, I was like, I want to play that.
Yeah. There was some like Shadow Complex where I had no idea that Epic was working on that project, and I saw that and I was like, all right, well here's like the 2.5D mix that everybody's been saying. Why don't people make games like this? I mean, there's Bionic Commando and that kind of thing, but Shadow Complex looks like it's really...
It basically looks like a new Super Metroid style game. And if I had one complaint about it, I would say the art direction isn't really for me, but I still want to play that game. Like, assuming it plays like the stuff that they're trying to emulate, like, that's awesome.
They said the right things. They said Metroid, they said Castlevania, and it's like, so yeah.
Even in the games that we did expect, like Modern Warfare 2, they showed a long-ass playthrough. Like, it was good stuff.
Want to play Modern Warfare 2, definitely, but that was totally, I mean, it was a good demonstration, but it was totally overshadowed to me, even by other stuff that we knew was going to show up here. Like, Splinter Cell Conviction looks nothing like what it used to look like at all.
Now where do I find you?
It's no secret how big of a stealth action fan I am, and Splinter Cell Double Agent is still my favorite stealth action game of all time since the Thief series. And so I'm looking at Conviction, I'm thinking, all right, they added this, they added that. Sam Fisher can now do this. Oh, he can do that shit too. Oh, this is great. The storytelling is so beautiful, the way that they overlay it on the environment like that. It's like, okay, well, I'm supposed to be Sam Fisher instead of me. Me, I can't memorize shit. You know, it's like I'm gonna have to go back to the map over and over and over again to find where I have to go. But Sam, he should just know where. So, all right, well, it's just gonna be printed on the building there.
I think it looks great, but I feel like if I've seen it once, all right, I know that's the mansion. I don't need the text on it the whole time, so I hope I can adjust the amount of time that it stays up on objects or whatever. But I think it's a great idea. The thing that's more interesting to me about what you were saying about Sam should just be able to blah, right? They added the thing that they have in Rainbow Six, which is that you can like target enemies and it spots them with the little like red dot above their head. And it looked like you actually did have to do the shooting after that.
You do, but it's like, it looks like it's a really casual aiming. It actually reminds me a lot of Mark of Kree.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, because Mark of Kree had this kind of system where it's like, okay, well, we're gonna have you take on multiple opponents at the same time through one stealth attack.
It's in the dark though. It's like it hurts my eyes a little bit. It's a bit too bright.
It's a little straining a little.
Oh, too dark, dude. Split the difference.
A little bit in the middle.
Halfway.
Yeah,
that's great.
What's going on?
Okay.
Nice.
He's changing the colors.
Squarespace. Remember, you can change the colors in real time.
Try green. I like green.
Okay, we'll do
Green's
green.
my favorite color.
That's super cool.
Do blue.
Oh, that's all right. You guys are changing the color. That's awesome.
Blue's not bad.
Do you like? I think orange would be really good.
Orange? Yeah.
Really?
Orange bar logo.
Like how about like an olive or a mauve or something?
Yeah, they move up to like a yellow.
Hold it. Go back.
Sienna.
Go back.
Dude,
Go back.
No, go forward. Go back to
right there.
Go back
we
to
can make it
green.
do this.
Oh, like a brighter.
Yeah.
Look at the lights. Look at the color.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I can see that. Definitely.
Oh, that's good. Squarespace. Squarespace to change your site in real time. Verify TV looks kinda shitty to me until we put it on the Squarespace. Real time changing of your website. Squarespace does it in real time. If you want your website to look like a disco, hit this shit up, baby. You will see it in real time. Squarespace.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, that was good talk, guys.
Not too bad.
I kind of like that color.
Oh, right there. Perfect.
Looks pretty good.
I like it.
All right. Let's do it.
I'm not the biggest Halo fan in the world, but I think ODST actually looks really awesome.
Every time I talk about it, everyone's always, you know, the hardcore Halo fans are like, oh, it's not real Halo. But honestly, the reason I didn't like it is because by the end you were just a Superman, you know, like you just kind of went in guns blazing. And well, I played it on easy all the time, but still, like I want to play a normal guy in this universe because the universe is interesting to me, you know. The draw of being a regular guy and being able to play these different stories, like in like almost like a P.T. Anderson-esque way, you know, like that eventually like sew this story together. It's really cool.
You can tell that there's some sort of like outside force, an AI or something that's kind of leading you the right direction using all the like street signs and things that you see in the environment. I mean, Fresh and I talked about that a lot when we saw that original trailer, and I think that could end up being like this game's ace in the hole as something that makes it play totally differently.
It's like the idiot button that you have in Dead Space, you know? Only instead of being an idiot button, it feels like, okay, this is part of the environment.
Yeah, it's natural, organic.
Yeah. How fucking excited were you over Crackdown 2?
I mean, I'm just glad that it's being made, but like that trailer didn't tell me anything except for like it's coming, which is what I want.
But I'm just like, it's being made. Yeah. They're doing it. And after, you know, they were working on APB, we figured like, okay, that project's cut. But like, there it is.
Well, it's not going to be Real-Time Worlds making this game. Right.
That's what I mean. Like, Real-Time Worlds wasn't working on it, so I just assumed it wasn't being worked on.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the money speaks, you know?
Yeah. It does.
Either way, I mean, that's a game that even a teaser like that is gets me excited for, you know?
Our enemies have nowhere to run.
I think Forza looks really awesome. I love that you can, you know, crash a car, You can be in cockpit view, and you can flip it all the way over. Like, those are the things we've been waiting for. I can't wait to play it.
What else looks great is the video creation, man. Like,
Yeah.
they showed the video, you know, like, this is something you could potentially create.
If you can
They
actually
showed
make that in the
action
game.
video, and I know it's like a pipe dream, but it's awesome looking. I really hope we
It just looked ridiculous. Like all the transitions where it would like pull up on one car's wheel and then kind of morph into a different car's wheel and then pull out into some different shot. Like if those transitions actually work in the game's editor, fucking that's awesome.
And it really shows to me that all the tools that they added in for the community to customize their vehicles themselves have been paying off.
Yeah.
Because instead of axing them in this project, they just push it that much further. So clearly it's something that's been important to the franchise ever since the last game.
And the bigger surprise to me was that I had been hearing that Left 4 Dead 2 was going to get announced, and that seemed crazy to me.
Yeah, me too.
But there it was.
Yeah. Got guns, we gonna fight.
I really wish that it wasn't being announced. I wish that there was some DLC that was coming out that, or you know, so we would only have to pay like $20 to get a new campaign.
Right.
But it seems like we're gonna be buying a whole new game this time. I don't know. I'm gonna have a great time with Left 4 Dead 2, but I think it's a fair criticism to say, you know, is this too soon? Is this too much to be charged? You know, we don't know anything about this. We saw a trailer, just speculating, but it could be not what people are wanting. I hope that aside from the new campaign, the new movies, that there actually are some new features in this that make it worthwhile, you know, that makes it really a step above the original Left 4 Dead.
Well,
So
they
I
showed
guess
the melee
we'll
weapons. That'll be a big plus.
then, so maybe that'll be enough.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Baby, they gonna wish you had.
Obviously, we knew from last year that Final Fantasy 13 was coming to Xbox 360. They showed it running today. I mean, I was sitting far back, so I couldn't really tell for sure, but it looked exactly like the demo that I played on PlayStation 3.
It was exactly what we saw before,
so,
which is good.
Which is good.
Yeah.
So I think that's great.
Except
it's
now
good.
things are translated, so you know what the buttons are finally.
Yeah, exactly.
And we could hear what they were saying.
Yeah, and of course, it was great to finally see Kojima come out and show Metal Gear on Xbox.
But it was just an announcement. We have no idea what Raiden's going to look like.
Yeah.
It's just cool that it's coming to the system.
If you want to make an impact online, GoDaddy.com has what you need. .com names as low as $1.99, plus world-class hosting, fast and easy website builders, and much more. Plus, enter code CO6 when you check out and save an additional 20% off of a 1, 2, or 3-year hosting plan. Some restrictions apply. See site for details and get your piece of the internet at GoDaddy.com.
I was starting to get tired and check my watch.
Yeah.
Even though it was a great press conference, I was still like, all right, let's wrap this thing up.
And then, they were wrapping it up, and then they're like, we have one more thing, guys.
So Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have one more thing. This great motion controller.
You could tell during the demo that it's not finished yet.
Yeah.
But that the parts that were finished and that were working, it's like, oh shit, it actually works. And like you look at the little video, and that's a stereoscopic camera.
Yeah.
Like there are 2 cameras in there, so it has stereoscopic view. So it can actually tell like when you're turning and everything. And it makes a lot of sense because you see the latest motion capture setups, and they don't use ping pong balls on people's limbs anymore, you know?
When Kudo was showing it off at first, the like character's avatar's arm was like twisting around and looking weird.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite right, but once they started showing the other demos, the Ricochet demo where they had the girl doing the punching and the kicking, her motion on screen looked pretty close to what she was doing in real life. And then even more impressive, I think, was that painting demo.
That's what I was gonna say. When they did the cutout,
I was like, Cesar's gonna love that.
It blew my mind when they did the cutout, and it showed how accurate within like the millimeter of the guy's movement as he was like adjusting around his body.
Yep.
It blew me away. It's like stencil cutout of my body, and I was like, what?
It just seemed fun. If it really works as advertised, you know, it really will open it up to a wider audience of people that don't need to touch a controller. And I for one am very excited to try it out. I think it could be a cool advancement, and you know, I hope we get to see some really cool games made with it. What Molyneux was showing was pretty ridiculous.
Think about the potential in it already. Like they showed the Milo thing where you can interact with a real kid. I mean, not only does it have facial and body recognition, but it has voice recognition too, where it can tell inflections and emotions.
Yep.
And that blew me away.
You have finished your school projects.
What happened there is that Claire knew Milo so well, she knew when he was worried about something.
Don't know till I try, do I? Exactly. See? I've got everything we need. Oh, great. Let's get started then. You've got to put these goggles on. Goggles? Put them on like this. Okay. What? Like that?
Claire has been thrown a pair of goggles. Notice what she did. This wasn't acted. She felt a need to reach down for those goggles.
My fear is that it's, you know, that we're gonna start hitting the uncanny valley soon, real soon, you know? Like, how many phrases can this thing actually detect? Like, what's the database of, like, you know, the Excel spreadsheet of all the things that this thing needs to be able to do? What the hell does that look like? I don't know. You know, how easy is it gonna be to stump it, you know? Like, what happens if you moon it? Does it know what to do? Like,
are you planning on mooning a little computer boy?
Yes! Rob's gonna show him his other thing.
Yeah. He's gonna get his clothes all wet. Oh, your clothes is all wet. Oh, take your
pants off. I'll take you fishing, little boy. Let's go fishing. So anyway, but that's just one application of this thing, and I think as the, you know, the project itself, the technology seems really awesome, and there's just so many new things that developers can do with that.
Yep.
And I just can't wait to play with those things. Yep. Whether or not we're gonna get to talk to virtual boys and have it seem realistic in our screen, my guess is we're a ways off from that. Yeah. But I also haven't gotten to play with Peter Molyneux's demo yet, and who knows, maybe it might be fun.
I think it's worth being said that Xbox Live has always been ahead of the game in terms of, you know, social networking and in terms of, like, you know, linking gamers to each other. So it was no surprise when they brought up the Facebook and Twitter stuff. Yeah. But it was awesome and it looked well implemented.
It's going to be really hard for the other two companies. I mean, there are actually a few other press conferences today. There's the EA and an Ubisoft, and then we got the other big two, Nintendo and Sony, tomorrow. And I'll be interested to see what they have to show. But man, tough act to follow. It wasn't a bunch of, you know, pie charts or anything. This wasn't your standard press conference. This was like
told us that in the beginning.
An entertainment event, and I had a good time at it.
Yeah, good for them.
Good for them.